Oh, yeah.
Hello, bright and shiny beacon of light. I look a little bit like Casper the Ghost here. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the backlit status. So glad everybody can join us. Maybe I'll just keep it in nice and tight and close at the moment so that hopefully you can see
What
us.
if you point down?
What if I point down? Well, let's try.
We're getting a new camera.
We
there
are.
You go.
Oh, yeah. We'll just stay like this. And we'll talk about how to raise your vibration while getting lower. I kind of like it. We are getting a new camera this week. We are very excited about it. We are out here in the hills of Colorado, out by Aspen. We have an absolute new, amazing family member who we will be sharing with you shortly, or she will be sharing her presence shortly. Yep, she's hiding just off camera at the moment. Do we save her for later? Is that what we're going to do? Talk about how to raise people's vibration now? So
they might hear her.
They might hear her. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation. I have Coach Jessica with me. That is my wife, who is an amazing, amazing life coach and taskmaster for me. With that said, oh my God, do we have a special show for you and at just the right time? I've heard of people throwing the A word around, which I would, and that's not even the Armageddon word, which is what Paul Selig, his amazing show, we talked about why this is not Armageddon. I can't recommend that show enough. But people have been throwing the apocalyptic word around. And all I can say to that is no. And on top of that, no. And on top of that, our minds are the most incredible creators in the world. So if we focus on the gloom and doom, we help create gloom and doom. If we instead focus on how does it get any better than this, then that's what we create as well. That's our job, ladies and gentlemen, is how do we raise our vibration to the max, and how do we choose to go to the upper room? So that's what we're going to be talking about here. With that said, we have an automatic writing class coming up this Thursday.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll be telling people about it in the chat room. I will talk about it more later, but it is a process to raise your vibration to the upper room and to help turn your journaling into chanting. Yeah? Turn your journaling into channeling. I was distracted because if you look over here, can I turn the camera for a moment? I don't know if this will work. There are two kitties sleeping in the window looking at us. And so I was distracted by these symmetrical surmeowsers and Lumi as we're talking here. But automatic writing, we'll be teaching it Thursday night, is a process where you can learn how to channel. You can learn how to tap into angel spirits, guides. And I think there's no point that we need that now more than ever. So with that said, I'm just going to keep rotating here until we get this. Is that, wow, that's a pretty scene right now. I'll say that. It's a little bit backlit, but it is a pretty scene. So let's talk about some ways that you can raise your vibration. And number one on the list is we get to watch what we ingest. And I don't mean our food, although that looks kind of good here. We've got some coconut, we've got some mandarins, a tiny bit of chocolate chips, some banana, and I think some healthy oil in there. I'm not talking about that kind of watch what we ingest, but I'm talking about watch what we ingest with our ears and with our eyes. So you guys earn points for coming here tonight because you are ingesting something positive. So I used to be a ski store salesman, actually sporting goods, skis in the winter, bikes and stuff in the summertime. And it was for a national chain. And I actually became the best salesperson for the entire chain. And if somebody asked me my secret of doing it, I would always say it was a pair of socks. What does that have to do anything? How did you become the best salesperson in the entire chain? Through a pair of socks. Because what I realized is that everything matters and everything adds up. Every sale adds up. Every pair of socks adds up. Everything I did or say adds up. Everybody I spoke with adds up. The same can be said for you. Everything you watch, everything you do, everything you say, especially to yourself, adds up. Yes, there are attunements and prayer and music, and we're going to talk about all of this. But at the end of the day, it's not one massive action that raises you to the upper room. What's the upper room? This place of higher vibration where what we see around us literally starts to change. But that doesn't come about by doing one thing. At least that's my belief, or Jessica might challenge me and say limiting belief. But I believe it is how you live. It's a cumulatory effect. You don't have to take this and be intimidated by it and go, oh my God, I've got to get everything right. No, just start doing just more. And so I was going to say positive and negative, but there's really no such thing. Look at everything in your life, and I believe I said this last week as well, as a tap that fills up your tub or as a drain that drains it. And if you simply take in more of the good stuff that fills up your tub, you are raising your vibration. Especially look at what you ingest. Now, we can look at our bodies and we can see that we are what we eat. And I'm not placing any judgment on this, but there are spiritual foods, foods that nourish you as well. You're choosing to watch this one. This is a spiritual food. And with the vibration that Jessica and I hold, this is an attunement. You feel differently after you listen to us. Does it mean we're magic? No. Does it mean we're in a pretty good place? Absolutely. Does it mean you come into resonance or vibration with us? Absolutely. Do you feel better for it? Absolutely. What's that mean? Watch more shows, hang with more people vibrating at a higher level, get more attunements. We'll talk a little bit more about that as well. So take in spiritual foods. Also look at listening to special music. Now, we all have our musical tastes, and that's awesome. But realize also some music is a tap, some music is a drain. Go to the music that brings you up. I was going skating earlier today, and one of my all-time favorite songs from Jimmy Cliff came on. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. That song has literally saved my life. Maybe a song for another day, something I started singing after a near-death experience as I was stuck in a tree struggling to breathe. But music like that brings you up. So look for sacred music, look for chanting, and we'll talk more about that, or even a sweat lodge or ceremony to help fill up your tub. And then I've said this before, but it cannot be overstated. Watch how much time you're spending with the news, what I call negative, worthless stimulation. During this time, it may be important to check in once in a while. Hey, are they locking down? Am I going to be able to get to the grocery? How the laws and the rules changed in my town? What in the world's going on? How do I help? So you can watch the negative, worthless stimulation or negative, mostly worthless stimulation for that. But watch, most importantly, how it makes you feel. There's a reason the term now is called doom scrolling. Because when you go from negative article to negative article to negative article, chances are you are not going to feel much better. I have a funny quirk. Jessica loves to make me the most amazing food, but if I'm running around right before an interview or I just got some challenging news, I won't eat it. Why? Because at that point, I'm ingesting stress. I'm ingesting anxiety. Now, I'm not saying don't eat anything, but I probably get to even eat more. I've been exercising so much or spending so much time with our new family member. But watch what you take in and when, and watch the energy around everything. Which means watch the energy around your environment. environment. And it doesn't mean that you need a glorious mountaintop home, which is very, very blessed. But it does mean do what you can with your environment. Do what you can to make your environment sacred. I remember when we lived, this shows how far we've come in 5.5 years. When we first moved back from Maui 5.5 years ago, we ended up living in Jessica's childhood 8x10 bedroom. And I remember each day putting away the mattresses, because we had two twin mattresses on the floor, to make space and bring order to our little 8x10 environment. Why? Because we are our environments. If our environment feels heavy, cluttered, or overwhelming, then we are going to feel heavy, cluttered, or overwhelmed as well. On top of that, and I'm going to share with you a big challenge that I'm having. On top of that, the more that we can get rid of things that drag us down, that make us feel heavy rather than light, the better. This right now, I would call it my single biggest challenge, but I'm not choosing to focus on it right now. I'm choosing to focus on writing our book and all this great stuff. But when I go into the garage, and Jessica has been amazing lately at cleaning out her stuff in the garage. When I go into the garage, there is a lot of stuff that makes me heavy. And that gets to change. I get to find a way myself in order to get lighter. And that's what you get to do as well. So look around you. Ask yourself, are the things around me bringing me down or bringing me up? This doesn't mean you have to get a whole new wardrobe or get a whole new anything. And for the vast majority of us, it's really the time where cash is king, not to spend much money. Unless, of course, it's something that is bringing you in money. That's the difference between an asset and a liability, which people like Dr. John DeMartini and I believe it's, no, I want to call him Richard Kawasaki. The gentleman who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad talks about assets and liabilities. Richest Man in Babylon also talks about talks about assets and liabilities. In essence, only spend money at this time on things that will bring in money or dramatically increase your energy. So simple changes, if they will increase your energy, go for it. Make your environment sacred. The same can be said for how you take care of things. If you're treating everything around you like crap, then you are going to feel like crap because you are your things. I can't overstate this. This has been one of my challenges that I'm doing much, much better on. You are your things. You let your things get worn down or decrepit or thrown all over the place, and you feel worn down, decrepit, or thrown all over the place as well. You keep them in order, whatever that means to you, without judgment. And suddenly you find more order. You feel yourself vibrating at a higher level. Michael, you're telling me I came here to watch something on vibrating at the highest level, and you're telling me to put away my junk, and that's going to help me feel better? Yes, absolutely. Why? Because everything we own has a frequency. Everything we own has an energy to it. And so everything that's out and about or scattered or hither nither, I wish I knew where that term came from, literally affects our energy. Next, look at how you take care of yourself in your mind. No matter how you're doing or what you're ingesting in your exterior environment, if you're crazy in your mind or picking on yourself or belittling yourself or berating yourself or criticizing yourself, anything of the sort, then you are negating almost everything around you. It's sort of like as if you're going around with a flashy, beautiful car. In fact, I can remember I was coming back from near-death experience number 1. I'm riding my old chrome Cannondale with a bike rack, rack on the back of it, book rack on the back of it, and a cane or crutch or 2 crutches. I wonder if I was on 1 or 2 at that point. It's cool that I could ride the bike. And a guy passed me in this beautiful silver Carrera 4S, 4-wheel drive, beautiful little Porsche. And I'm like, wow, I want that. And then I looked at the man behind the wheel, exceptionally portly and appearing to be exceptionally miserable. The internal environment trumps our external environment any day of the week. How are you speaking to yourself? Be truthful. How are you speaking to yourself? Are you speaking to yourself like a little newborn baby? It's okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's all okay. Or you're treating yourself like you're the school bully and you just want to give that kid a smackdown. You better get your life in order. I wish you had. Why didn't you? Oh my gosh. That's got to stop now. How does it stop? Chip away at it. Find one piece, one statement that you say to yourself and strike it from the English language. Take it out of your mind. We had a pet kitty pass away. Oh my God, Bam Bam. We love him so, so much. Bam Bam passed away on us in Maui. Had I gone to kicking ourselves for going to the farmer's market that morning and for leaving Bam Bam out, which was his way, he went and played outside. There is no end to how far I could have hurt myself deliberately when no good could have come of it. So I want you to watch what's in your mind. Do not focus on the fear. Fear is what I call fantastic energy after redirection. Fantastic energy after redirection. Fear is awesome in that it's an energy. But don't dwell on the fear. Ask, what can I do? How can I use that energy? How can I use that energy to feel better? How can I use that energy to help others? That's what you want to do with it. And then use mantras and attunements. If you're not sure what an attunement is, and I'm going to go over one here, but I cannot recommend our recent interview with Paul Selig enough. It is off the charts amazing. His guides come on multiple times, and his guides give the most amazing attunement. I'm going to share it with you here, but I highly recommend you hear it from Paul and his guides themselves. With that said, when you say this attunement, it does help raise your frequency up. And so I'm going to have you repeat after me. And Pook Star, would you mind, aka Jessica, would you mind repeating this attunement with me as well? And she is staring at my hair because she gave me a beautiful haircut earlier today. We're going to go shorter on the bangs.
Yeah, that's not
how
I styled it.
Well, however you styled it when I looked in the mirror wasn't styled anymore.
Oh. What was I doing?
You're saying that you wanted to go shorter on the bangs?
No.
No, that's not what you were saying?
It was a masterpiece.
It was a masterpiece?
It was a work of art.
So am I frozen on the screen?
That's because I freeze you on the screen because I see you live here.
Okay. It was a masterpiece.
It was.
And now?
And now it's just better.
All right. I won't even ask. I wanted you to repeat a mantra after me. The hair fixing was optional.
You want me to repeat it? You
Yes.
want me to type it?
Well, no.
You want me to say it?
I want you to repeat it out loud with me in attunement from Paul Selig's guides.
In sync.
And everybody's going to do it with me, with us.
Okay.
Well, no, you can repeat it after me. It doesn't matter. I know who I am in truth.
I'm going to say it with you.
I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. But let's do this slower for people. So one more time. I know who I am in truth. Please repeat. Thank you, Ruru. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am free. I am free. I am free. I am in the upper room. I have come. I have come. I have come. Beautiful. And we'll share with you Ruru just after this. So that is an attunement. That is a statement that has a frequency and a chord, a vibration to us or to it that helps lift you up. You can also use mantras throughout the entire day. This has been so incredibly powerful for me. So I use the most basic mantra in the world. And I saw somebody leave a comment about self-love. So why don't we start with this one? I send love. I send love. I send love. When you say I send love, even if you don't feel it, you are getting in a vibrational alignment, in attunement with the frequency of love. Do you need to believe it? No. Do you need to feel it? No. Does it always work? Yes. I send love. I send love. I send love. If you are opposed to sending love, I remember when I first started practicing self-love, I got viciously mad with myself, or my ego did. And so I started with a prayer of gratitude. Thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for this beautiful day. I know there's been spinners and all sorts of things for people with ADD. I cannot recommend getting yourself a beaded bracelet or beaded necklace enough. There's a reason that I'm always wearing one. It is for protection, it is for a reminder, and it's so if I forget my beads, I can be cycling through this and saying, I send love, I send love, I send love. If I'm upset with myself and I can't go to love and I can't go to gratitude, I'll practice Ho'oponopono, something I've shared many times before. The briefest mention of it is, I love you, I'm saying it to myself, please forgive me, I am sorry, thank you. I love you, please forgive me, I am sorry, thank you. This healing prayer helps bring you to the upper room. A few more, and we're going to dive into some questions here. So I want you to surround yourself with animals, cats, dogs, squirrels, birds, chickens, whatever. Surround yourself with animals because they are vibrating at a higher frequency. And even or especially now, kick yourself out to nature. And preferably nature that's a little bit quiet. If you're in the city, go over the bridge. There are so many amazing parks on the other side of the bridge, no matter what city you live in. Get yourself out of town. Go for a walk. Go for a stroll. Get lost and get out of your mind because nature is vibrating. Nature is pure. Nature is vibrating at that highest frequency. And then study art, make music, do something creative, for then you're inspired or in spirit. In other words, you're drinking from the fire hose of the universe. Your vibration can't help but go up when you're plugged into spirit, when you're in the creative process. Lose your time doing something. It could be dancing, it could be singing, it could be basket weaving. I'll let you know mine right now. We're going on this big RV tour, which we're so excited about. I think 6.5 weeks. Clock says 555, Pookie. It's confirmation from the universe. We're right where we're supposed to be for the upcoming tour.
Yay!
Woohoo! And my creative process is we need an Inspire Nation mobile to go along with us. And so we're getting a little mini. Jessica says not so little. We're getting a mini that is going to be the most beautiful mini. It's going to have mantras on it. It's going to have affirmations on it. It's going to be this little race car mini that is so incredibly uplifting. I almost think the thing is going to levitate. And it's going to handle like it's on rails.
Especially when you put the wing on the back.
Oh, and now I'm looking at a hood
Is that what
scoop
they're
too.
called? They're called
Wing
wings, right?
and hood scoop. Yes. It is going to be so cool. Now, I was talking about whether you purchase things or not. If it's a vehicle for your business and is going to help you bring in funds, you go, boy, you go, girl. But the important thing is here that focusing on what's it going to look like, how's it going to feel, what's the pinstripe going to be, what's the affirmations going to be on the side of it. I'm in the creative process. Can you be in the creative process while choosing how to decorate your car? Absolutely. I wrote a paper that didn't do so well in high school, senior year, about how running or cycling or any sport or yoga, ballet, all of it can be in the creative process. Movement can be in the creative process. Lifting weights can be in the creative process. Ask yourself, where do I lose time or lose track of time? And do that more because you're drinking from the fire hose of the universe. A couple last things, and then we're going to open it up to questions, and we're going to introduce you to Ruru. First off, sing in the shower or do a mantra in the shower. When things are going down, when I'm not feeling good, I go into the shower and I'm an Om Mane Padme Hum kind of guy. Om Mane Padme Hum. Om Mane Padme Hum. It sounds so... What's so good about it? Well, this mantra has been repeated by millions of people over thousands of years. So billions and billions of chants. We're living in an energetic universe. If you tap into that energetic highway that so many people have gone down, you can't help but feel better. What does it mean? It means different things to many people. Om Mane Padme Hum. Literally, it means jewel in the lotus. Or to me, and I picture a jewel in the center, sitting in the center of a lotus flower, sort of like you've seen the Buddha sitting in a lotus flower. But to me, it means attuning or diving into your heart. It is such a beautiful, I feel like going cross-legging and going, Om Mane Padme Hum, Om Mane Padme Hum. It's so silly, but it works so well. Om Mane Padme Hum. And last, go to prayer, go to angels, go to the guides. You want to vibrate at the highest frequency you can, then don't do it on your own. Ask for help. Angels, guides, universe, help bring me up. Help me to move past this negativity. Help me to move past the challenges that I have. Help me to move past my mind, which won't stop picking on me. Help me to move past the regret or the guilt or the shame or the embarrassment or the feeling that I'm not worthy or not good enough or that I don't deserve self-love. Ask for that help. Now, Michael, if you're asking for that help, aren't you coming from a place of lack? Oh, heck no. Ask in any way you can. How many times throughout history have people gone, God help me, and something special has come of it? Pray in any way you desire. And certainly, I cannot recommend it enough, and I want to share with you about it tonight. Do your automatic writing. What's automatic writing? Each and every morning, just about without fail, a couple squirrels chasing each other there, we go into automatic writing. We go into prayer, we go into meditation, we put our pen to paper, and we ask the universe, what do I need to know today? And the pen starts going on its own. And it tells you how to get to the upper room. It tells you how to connect more. And the funny thing is, even if it doesn't tell you anything, you are connecting and it is raising your frequency. So when I work with a client who is depressed, yes, I do clearing work. Yes, I do tapping. Yes, I do kind of emotion code stuff, my own kind of magic brew. And I'm an alchemist. Yes, I'm going to play with energy with them. But first, I'm going to take them to automatic writing, and I'm going to have them attuned to the guides, attuned to the angels, attuned to a higher frequency. That right there does more than almost anything else. And we're going to be teaching that again this Thursday. And so I can't recommend that you come join us enough for it. Every morning, no matter how busy, unless it is just over the top, I dive in, I plug into the angels, I plug into the guides, I ask what I need to know. I get answers, I get guidance, I get direction, I ask what's going on, why is this happening, where do I go from there, why has this happened, and what's that one single most important thing I need to do today? And they answer. And not just for me. Yes, I can channel at this point. I certainly wouldn't call myself a medium, but I can channel. But it's not just for me. Everyone gets it within about 2 to 4 weeks. Every single person gets it. And during that time, you start to feel better. That's what we're talking about here today. We're talking about something that seems woo-woo, raise your vibration. Well, it turns out quantum physics, everything does have a vibration. Actually, Einsteinian physics, everything, or relative physics, everything has a vibration. However, what are we doing it for? Because we want to feel better. And when you dive into what I call awe, that's this awe feeling, automatic writing experience, awe, you can't help but feel better each and every day. So Jessica, I'm sure, is putting a link down here so you can check it out. We have class Thursday. It also includes video modules, so you could be learning automatic writing tonight. And I never know where things stand. Do we have a discount for people who come tonight so that anybody who goes from YouTube over there?
It's automatic writing.
Yeah.
It's automatically discounted in the checkout.
Thank you. What's the discount? Or we can just send them over there.
Okay.
All right. So with that said, I want to go, I want to see if people have questions here. And I would ask if you have any questions, but I can see that you are like an octopus now, juggling all these different chats and everything at the same time.
Well, actually, Kathleen just asked a question. I think the microphone's way too far away.
Okay. See, I didn't want to put it in front of your face.
Mm-hmm.
I hope people
I appreciate that. Okay.
I hope people are hearing us all right. You know what's interesting is I'm not actually seeing it on here. Which
Seeing
is
what?
I'm not seeing that the microphone is moving here. Can people hear me?
They haven't complained about not hearing you.
Nobody's. Okay, because testing 1, 2, 3. That mic thing isn't moving at all.
You're hearing.
All right. I won't worry about it. And we get to introduce them to Ruru here shortly. In fact.
How about now?
All right. Yeah. Should we share the story first, or well, we were already. This is Ruru. This is our newest member of the family, and she is all love. She is just pure love. So, do we want to share the story of Ruru now, or do we want to share the story of Ruru later?
I think we should share the story now.
All right.
Oh, look, she matches the furniture.
She does. As she's looking at us, she does match the furniture. I was wondering if I can undo this cable just a little bit more so that I can get a little bit closer to her. That could be a little bit dangerous there. Hi, Ruru. So, all right. We're coming back. Do we keep the camera focused on her? We're going to make people nauseous there. We're coming back from a drive on Monday night, was it? I believe Monday night? It's either Sunday night or Monday night. I believe it was Monday night. And yeah, Lucy, we thought it was going to be a dog too. Lucy, we thought we were calling in dog. And we're, in fact, we saw an animal communicator recently. Oh, I know.
I think maybe she wants the microphone.
You think she wants the microphone?
She's very talkative.
She is very talkative. And so we were coming back from, I can't talk while watching. Oh, geez.
Oh.
Oh, gosh, we're going to have to clean that up.
All right. Back on us. Cut.
Oh, yes. And we will be potty training her. And apparently there is a way to potty training her. And so we are going to look at that. I need to Google on after this better balanced diet as well.
Well, you know, it might be her adjusting to a new diet.
I think that's my best guess as well. All right, so we're driving back home, and we
The
had
sun is setting. We decide to drive up the side of this mountain, and we kind of missed the sunset. And I'm afraid Michael's going to kick himself because I'm still repeating old patterns.
I haven't done that in years.
I know. I said I was repeating old patterns, but he doesn't. And it turns out that we were in perfect timing because on the way down from the mountain, we saw this chicken in the middle of the road, taking its time.
I'm driving the Tesla down this little mountain highway thing, and I turn to Jessica and I go, well, if you've ever wondered why did the chicken cross the road, I'm like, look, and there is a chicken crossing the road in front of us, and it's almost pitch dark out.
And there are no lights on this road. And the cars drive fast because, well, it's steep and people like to drive fast.
They are zipping up and down the mountain. And so
Michael pulls over, as he usually does when he sees an animal in need. And
I did pull over, though, to where I thought it was safe and asked, does this feel like a safe place for me to pull over before I get out? Because I want you feeling safe.
Thank you. Yes.
Because I am known to just jump out of the car.
He's known to pull over the car or swerve or things without notifying me beforehand.
Yeah.
So he pulls over. We both get out of the car. Michael runs over to this chicken, and I stay on the other side of the road so I can let him know when cars are coming up and down the road. And then what?
And so I spent 15 minutes walking and talking with Rue. First off, trying to make sure that Rue, because Rue was quite panicked, didn't run back to the highway. And so I'm talking with Rue. Please let me know if you guys can't hear us, because it's all of a sudden the wind has really kicked up. We could go around the corner now, where we'll be blocked from the wind. But I am talking with Rue, trying to explain to Rue that the safest course of action is for me to be able to pick her up. Actually, I thought it was a rooster to pick him up at the time. And I tried to pick him up once with no luck. And so then I took off my t-shirt and I scooped Rue up. I just said, you've just got to go for it because cars are coming.
We were there for like 20 minutes and it's getting colder and colder because we're in the mountains.
And you're letting me know if cars are coming because I'm standing in the middle of the road now, which is very unnerving for you. And so I scooped up Rue. And Rue may be perhaps the first and only chicken to take at least a front seat car ride in a Tesla.
Maybe.
I think she liked it. Actually, at the time, she was pretty concerned, and once she was kind of squirming loose, I was a little concerned as to what was going to happen if she got loose, because we'd only known each other 15, 20 minutes at this point. You know, is she gonna peck or bite, or what's going to happen? But she stayed pretty calm.
She didn't poop.
She didn't poop. Nope. And we got her home. And what's transpired since then? And okay, she's there again. I was gonna pick her up, but she's resting so comfortably. She is glued by my side. This little girl does not want to leave my side. She wants to be by my side. Oh, she's falling asleep. Oh, isn't that cute? 100% of the time, we're literally going to learn. There are all sorts of videos and stuff online how to potty train her. Look at her. She's falling asleep. Oh, she's so sweet. She is so sweet. And so we've had her 5 days now. And I've worked down, we've set up the garage as kind of a roost for her. And she sleeps in the garage at night. And then I put a desk, a folding table outside of the garage. And I work just outside of the garage in the daytime, which has got me out all day.
Mm-hmm.
And until today, my back hasn't hurt all week.
Mm-hmm.
We have had me sitting a lot, but that's new and different.
So we're rooster sitting.
So we're rooster
chicken sitting. Hen sitting.
Hen sitting implies that we're just temporarily taking care of her. I think she's an adopted family member. We do get to figure out the potty training situation. That is a requirement. I did speak with Julie Ryan, who is a channel and a medium, who we had on the show a couple days ago. It'll be airing, I think, 2 weeks from Tuesday, or a week from this Tuesday. And she said that, I don't know if that'll get any brighter.
No.
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 No. We'll have a new camera by next week. How does it get any better than this? But she said that Rue was very happy to be a member of the family, would learn to be potty trained. She did say she'd watch the kitties and learn it. I don't know about that. Maybe. I'm open. But most importantly, she said Rue's one request is Rue is very scared of getting cold. And so we have to make sure that she is well potty trained. There we go. She is well potty trained before we get to the winter. But actually, she's going to be coming on RV tour with us. If anybody wonders why I have a sloppy t-shirt or sweatshirt over here, it's because in the pockets of it, I have treats for Rue. But please don't tell her that. So anything else you want to mention about Rue? This is
what are her treats? What have we learned that she loves?
Mealworms. Yes, I am carrying freeze-dried worms in my pocket. Good card-carrying vegan, sort of, kind of. I'm open to everyone and everything. This, but it might drive her nuts.
Well, maybe she needs to be fed.
Do you want to hold the camera? These.
She won't get in your lap?
We haven't tried the in my lap thing yet. These are mealworms. I know, they look so good.
They have little legs still attached.
I hold her like this. I'm not sure. Hold the worms for a minute, all of them.
Okay.
Well, you just.
I don't really enjoy holding the worms.
And let's see here. Oh, good girl.
It kind of grossed me out.
Oh, good girl.
Hmm?
Oh, it's okay. Oh, panicking chicken. I've never put her in my lap before, so that was new.
Oh. Okay.
So we're trying it first on camera, but we can't give her treats now. So Ruru treat.
So when Michael starts walking away, she runs
camera
after him. Okay, moving the camera.
Ruru treat. Good girl. Good girl. No, I hadn't learned the whole put her in my lap thing yet, Booster. And let's do this. Let me walk. I'm walking off camera. I'm walking. I'm going around the bend. I'm almost out of sight. Good, Ruru. And I'm coming back. I'll be back in a minute. Here she comes.
Are you coming back?
Good, Ruru. Now she's wandering. She won't go far. So, what is our plan? Our plan is to bring her with us on tour this fall on the Inspire Nation tour. And we're going to have our 3 kitties and Ruru. And she's met 2 of the 3 through the screen door so far.
Right.
So we're going to...
2 of the kitties are from Maui, so they know all about chickens and roosters.
So...
And her name is Ruru because we thought she was a rooster.
We did think she was a rooster.
It was actually, originally it was Sylvester. And then it was Lucky Sylvester. And then it was Lucky Sylvester Roo.
And then I called her him. I did respect her privacy. I called him Sylvester Roo, but Sylvester wasn't feeling right.
No.
And then you had a friend tell you.
I showed a photo of Ruru to my friend who had hens growing up, and she's like, "You guys, that's not a rooster."
Yeah.
Made us feel like city folk.
I'm trying to see if you can see. Well, Ruru's just by your chair there.
Oh.
So, although I did hear, and it did not concern us, but it was a curiosity, shall we say. She cock-a-doodle-dooed earlier today.
Oh, yeah. So, she might be a they.
We respect all sexuality here. We have no preference. But she was cockadoodle doing earlier today.
She hasn't laid eggs yet, but that's normal when you're switching up a living situation and changing up a diet. So
yeah.
And plus, we don't know how old she is, or how old they is.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody just asked who's going to feed the chipmunks and the squirrels when we're gone, and we will actually have a house sitter to take care of that. Hi, Ruru. Do you want some more treats? I'll give you just a tiniest bit.
She's very talkative. I don't know if you guys can hear her.
Actually, let me give you. Can you hold the camera for a second? I'm going to get her some chicken scratch. Because if having a diet of just mealworms, I'm going to need to get one of those pouches again that you carry like dog treats with you. We used to have those. We might still have some from Amphipod. Here we go, Ruru. Ruru. Treat.
Oh.
There you go. Ruru treat. Oh, good girl. What animal doesn't like eating out of our hands? We haven't found one yet. We haven't tried with bears and mountain lions yet. We're not going there. But everybody else likes to eat out of our hands. Good, Ruru!
Yes, it would be great to have fresh eggs for her tour.
How do you think Ruru would feel about that?
I've heard that farmers who have good relationships with their hens.
It's considered gifts?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, so let's take questions from people.
Okay.
Good,
let's see. Come on, you need to try with a bear or mountain lion, at least one.
You know, there's that video, the guy who befriended the grizzlies.
Oh, yeah. He was good friends with the grizzlies for many, many years.
Yeah.
And then one day, one grizzly decided no more. So, how long have you had Ruru? 5 days.
5 days.
Has it been that long?
I think actually 6 days. Monday evening, so Tuesday evening, Wednesday evening, Thursday evening, Friday evening, Saturday evening. So 6 days. But I mean, Ruru has changed our lives.
I was just going to say, why do you think Ruru came into our lives?
I think we're in the midst of a great transition. And I want to speak for everybody here. I think we're in the middle of a huge transition.
Yeah.
And it's a transition that demands that we get uncomfortable. I say comfort's the enemy of greatness. And that we change up so many different things in our lives.
I mean, Ruru did.
Ruru left the roost, the coop, flew the coop somewhere and ended up in our lives. Ruru made this massive change.
And just who knows how many times she was crossing that road with total faith that she would be saved.
I just think that she heard this booming voice that said, cross the road, somebody will save you, you're in for a better life. I just happen to believe this. But so she's challenged us to get uncomfortable. She's challenged us to break out of our routine. She's challenged me to get out of the studio. She's challenged me to get outside, or both of us to get outside more. She's challenged us.
We're kind of like half living the RV life already.
Yeah, I've thought about this because we're living on working on a folding table outside. And so I am seeing massive positive change. And I think our outlook is different. And I think even more than the kitties, she demands a special energy. She really does. She's very, very energetically sensitive. And so this has been a huge positive.
She's also very intelligent, which I never realized before.
Yeah, she already knows a whole bunch of words.
She does.
And she doesn't wander too far unless we take her for a walk. Each morning we take her for a walk, which means she walks behind us for a little while till she wanders off. Then I scoop her up and hold her in my arms for a while. Then I put her down.
We scoop her up when she starts heading for a cliff.
Yeah, we're not sure.
It's not really a
ravine, steep downhill. Yeah, Holly says you want a kennel trainer for traveling. Oh, she'd go into kennel, no problem. You could build it like a little nest.
Yeah, the biggest concern is the potty training.
So we just have to figure out how to potty training.
Otherwise, Michael's changing diapers because he did find on the first day that there are chicken diapers.
Yes, and while that is good training, I would prefer not to go there. So, all right, let's take some more questions here.
Okay, there's a question from Rhythm Divine. Can you guys talk about good enough no matter what you're outside?
So, what does feel good enough, I guess, Rhythm Divine mean? I would say we just switch the channel to the highest channel that we can get ourselves on at the time. And that channel may be one that's still low, but not as low, or maybe one that's a really high flyer. So,
I don't know if that does anything.
I don't know if it does, but if you go like that, I don't know if people can still hear me. Wow. All right, we'll just bring it up like this, shall we? So I'm holding now the screen with one hand. I'm holding the microphone with the other. My teeth are a little bit nervous about that. All right. If you set intention to raise your vibration even a little bit, and you can make this each morning, you can go into your automatic writing, you can go into your journaling, you can go into anything, and you can say, today, I want to raise my vibration up just a little bit. Even if you focus and say just a little bit, that is more than enough. Take tiny little steps. Intention is over half the battle. So if I got up this morning and I'm like, oh man, I feel miserable. I got to do this. I got to do that. It's a Sunday, which is not what I'm doing. But if I'm saying this is just a miserable, I got to work today. I got to do this today. And then I go, wait, my intention today is to feel a little bit better, is to vibrate a little bit higher, is to raise myself up just one tiny little step to the upper room. Then I am going to do it. Now, somebody mentioned pranayama breathing. For myself, I'm doing a mantra with my beads or with a stone. And when I'm doing that, I am always cycling energy. I'm an alchemist. I love to play with energy. Wow, is it getting energized here? And so in playing with energy, I'm circling it up through the ground, up through my spine, up through the top of my spine, out the top of my head, and back around. And I am doing that continuously throughout the day. That is a massive energy changer. But even if you can only remember that for just 3 breaths, I just want to focus on 3 breaths. That too can help raise your vibration up. The word enough is what I was stuck on earlier, because enough implies, and I know you didn't mean it this way, but enough implies judgment. It implies that I have to hit a certain level or I'm not doing good. I don't believe in any such thing, unless we want to say that just being is a perfect baseline. Just being, and since it's not windy for the moment, is enough. And so I want to let you off the hook or give you a get out of jail pass free card that says that just your beingness truly is enough. All right, next question.
Waldemar asks why we should raise the vibration in the first place.
Well, Waldemar, and it might be Waldemar, but let me give you Waldemar. Let me give you 2 reasons. 1, you'll feel better. 2, you will, as we are energetic beings living in an energetic field, and we are all one. Quantum science, we're all one. We're just fields of energy. It all adds up. It all matters, which means that if my vibration goes up, you feel a little bit better. If Jessica's vibration goes up, you feel a little bit better. And if your vibration goes up, then that was good. Then all of us feel better because you're pumping. I wish I could get this microphone out of your face. We are pumping energy into the field, so it all matters. Is it a requirement? No. You found yourself here, though, so it was intriguing. There's a reason for it. Probably because you want to feel better. So why not feel better? Why not choose to feel better? Why not do even one of these steps? Or find yourself your own roo-roo, or somebody saying ruby-roo or something like that. Find yourself what helps bring you up, because that's going to help bring everybody up.
So, yeah. Kathleen asks, does the vibration make you feel like you're actually physically vibrating?
That is a brilliant question. In meditation, yes, both Jessica and I have experienced this along with many others. When we do our classes, our boot camps, our mini master classes, I get people vibrating and tingling in those. It's hard to hold on to that sensation throughout the day, maybe because it's always there, but it's like background music with everything else going on. But yes, there is a buzziness that you will feel. It's just hard to feel that all of the time. With that said, I don't believe that's the end goal, is to feel a vibration. It is to be the vibration. You know it when, man, I can walk into the kitchen and Jessica's like, oh crap. Because my energy, I'm panicking for an interview or something. It's much less now than ever before, but she can feel it when my energy's down versus when my energy is, oh.
What are we doing?
Talking about the feeling of good energy when I come out of the bedroom. When your energy is down, you feel this spinniness, you feel this pull, you feel this heaviness. And when your vibration is up, you may feel internally a little bit of,
Yeah.
All right, next question.
From Zoe. So when God sent you a raft and you didn't take it, will it come back?
Of course, Zoe. God gives unlimited chances, whoever or whatever we want to define God as. And even if you don't catch the raft and you don't make it this time around, there is always a next time around. So what you're implying is the story of, my guess is the story of somebody who, there's a giant flood coming, person's in their house, they're saying that they're spiritual, and so a person comes to rescue them, or a group of people come to rescue them, and but they say there's a terrible flood coming. Do you want to be rescued? Come with us. And the guy's like, no, I believe in God, I'll be fine. And so they leave, and then the waters rise, and the house is partially covered with water, and the people come back in a raft, and they say, please come with us, we will save you. And the man says, no, I'm spiritual, I'll be fine, God will take care of me. And they leave. And then all of a sudden he's clambered up on the roof because the waters have risen so high. And a helicopter comes and drops down a rope ladder and says, grab the rope ladder or you'll drown. And he goes, no, I'm spiritual, I'll be fine. They leave, he drowns, he goes to the pearly gates, he asks St. Peter, or asks God, why didn't you save me? God goes, why didn't you take the help the first time? Why didn't you take the raft? Why didn't you take the helicopter? This is not a vindictive universe. Certainly, it's great to take the raft or take the helicopter. And when you call on help, I can't recommend taking the help enough. But since you're here now, it means your raft has not set sail without you. We believe on some level that this is a test, and that if you don't get it right, there are going to be trials, there are going to be punishment, there's going to be fire, there's going to be brimstone. It doesn't work that way. It's a loving, glorious, amazing universe if we choose it. Even if the outer appearance is COVID, is illness, is grief, is death, and all of these things on many levels are real. And we've had coaching clients who've lost loved ones. We've had coaching clients that have gotten sick. We've had people in our classes who have lost loved ones. We don't take anything away from this. And a big shout out at this point to Momoko and her husband for his recovery. But with that said, this is not a universe with a parental God that says heaven or hell, are you going to get it right? It does not work that way. Every single person we've had on the show about near-death experiences, every single book about near-death experiences, every single shaman, every single spiritual anything, maybe we can have you, has all shared the same story. We came from love. We are love. We're going to return to love. You look concerned about the mic.
Oh, I just want you to look at the camera instead of looking at the mic. The audience isn't in the mic. They're over there.
I'm trying to make sure they can hear us. You came from love. You are love. You're going to return to a place of love, which means you can't really do any wrong. You can do good or even better. It's all learning. It's all growth for every single one of us. Like I said, I had Julie Ryan on the show earlier this week. She helps coach and train people to go to the other side for when they're dying. She helps them prepare for dying. She's even assisted in their dying or being on the other side. And every single time, no matter how good, no matter how bad, no matter how, quote, evil, the person is always met with loving spirits, is always met with loving kindness, is always met with love. What does that mean? It means God or universe or source has never and will never set sail without us. Beautiful question. Next question. And I'm craning like a rooster to do this. I mean, that's the best way. What's the next question?
No more questions. Should we wrap it up?
All right. I'm going to see if anybody has a last question or two. If not, we are going to wrap it up. We are going to call this good. Come join us Thursday. It is sacred. It is special. We are going to teach you how to basically get in ceremony and connect with your angels, connect with your guides, and hear from them. Not this warm, fuzzy feeling, but actually get guidance. Do I cross the road? Saith the chicken, and just saith you in automatic writing. And you will get answers to that.
There is one more question.
We'll take one last question.
It's a long answer. Michael, is it okay if you can describe your near-death experiences?
Whoo! That is a long answer. Can we do a short version? Is there even such a thing as a short version?
The one that I wasn't at might be shorter.
All right. 2 near-death experiences. We will share.
Try not to put it in front of your face.
But I'm doing that so they can hear me.
I know, but it doesn't have to be in line with you.
We're going to get this dialed. Again, new camera coming. And we'll figure out, we'll ask the wind to pay more attention. Thank you, Wind. In April in 2006, I had been training for a cross-country skate, a world record skate. I was sponsored by Rollerblade, inline skate, to help people with learning disabilities and attention deficit disorder. I'd been a professional cyclist years earlier. I trained at the Olympic Training Center in cycling and speed skating. And I had finished a skating session. I'd been listening to an audiobook by Dr. Wayne Dyer talking about how everything in life happens for a reason. His book, Inspiration. I had stopped at a little creek, took off the skates, put my feet in the creek, and been praying for safety and guidance for this upcoming journey, which I was admittedly very nervous about. People say they can hear me even when I'm sitting back. Mm-hmm. Good to know. All right. Very good to know. Good microphone. And so I've been praying for safety and guidance. I finished a meditation. I got back out of the water. I laced up my skates. You go, roller girl. I'm a rollerblader too. I laced up my skates and I pushed off and I said, go slow, Michael. It's a bike path. It's a Sunday morning. There's going to be tourists coming out. And I rounded the first bend. And as I rounded the first bend, it was a slight downhill. There's a parking lot right next to the bike path. And a tourist father teaching his baby toddler son how to walk stepped out on the bike path right in front of me. And I like to joke and say I had a decision to be made, whether to hit the baby or hit the deck. It's not really a decision. I don't know that there was even a moment of decision. I find myself flying up and backwards like my body was plugged into an electrical outlet. Or like, I know when I was tuning up my MG once or twice, I touched the spark plug and found my whole body leaping backwards with electricity going through it. I leapt up and backwards like an Olympic high jumper to try to arrest my forward development. I honestly, I don't even know how I did it. How did I jump backwards? I have no idea. And I'm in the air and I can literally remember asking myself, am I still going to be able to do my boom? And I hit that deck. And there was such a tremendous thud resonated through my whole body, not the high frequency resonance. that I knew I was in bad shape. And in that moment, though, I hit the deck, and it was like a cosmic pause. It was like everything stopped. Did I go somewhere? Perhaps, but not on a conscious level. Did I see a tunnel? Perhaps, certainly not on a conscious level. Did I have an awakening experience? Oh my God, yes. Because as soon as I sort of came to, I wasn't really knocked out. I grabbed my left leg, miracle of miracles, and flipped it over my right. Turns out I had shattered my femur. I had pieces of my femoral artery that were sticking into, or pieces of bone sticking into my femoral artery. Had I not moved my leg, I probably would have bled to death. I had shattered my arm, my femur, my hip, I guess technically my wrist too. And in that moment, I looked, the baby's shining, the baby's shining. The baby's okay. The dad's okay. Sun shining. Fingers work. Toes marginally work. And I just felt amazing. Unbelievable. The best I have probably ever felt, at least up till that point, in my whole life. I had the biggest beaming ear to ear grin you've ever seen. When the EMTs came, they all asked the same question. Michael, did you hit your head? Because I'm like, I'm like, woohoo! In fact, my woohoo came about from that experience. I was in a giant place of woohoo. I was so happy. I was elated. It was like I'd gotten the greatest download. It was like I had complete understanding of the universe on some level, not about day-to-day life. It was as if the Michael from before had passed away and a new upgraded Michael was replaced. And I was just so happy. They scooped me up and put me in the ambulance. And I remember trying to coach one of the ambulance EMTs on his niece or nephew about ADD. I got to the hospital and I'm trying to snap a selfie of myself because I'm smiling so much. And the doc is like, I've got to get you into surgery or you're going to lose your leg or lose your life. I then coached the doctor, as there's a possibility of losing my leg or lose my life, and certainly not of walking or running again. I told the doctor it's going to it's going to go back together, my leg that is, better than you ever expected it will. I was in this highest vibration place. It was unbelievable. I was so happy. I was shattered. I was broken. I might lose my leg. I might lose my life. And yet I was in a woohoo. And that woohoo has never stopped. It's gone low on occasion, to say the least. But it has stuck inside of myself. So I went back to that place where that tree is, Boulder, Colorado. For the next 7 years, I put my hand on that tree on April 2nd. And I would say a prayer and I would give thanks because the who I am is not the who I was. And certainly the who I am, which managed to just barely be at a high enough frequency to attract Jessica into my life, certainly the person who I was before would never have been able to do that. Now, I still needed to do the work. I still needed to do everything I'm teaching here today. I still needed to learn automatic writing, or was getting my butt kicked until I learned how to do automatic writing. And that's an understatement. But that started me on my path. So with that said, I'm going to see if Jessica has any last things that she wants to add. Then we're going to wrap things up and we are going to go for a glorious walk. Do we want to do a Rue cameo one more time? And where is Ruru? Is she to your left? This is where the parents get nervous.
She's back here. She's behind the chair.
Let's see what we can do here.
What are you doing?
Moving the camera so we can say goodbye to Ruru. Oh, no, she came out. She is very attentive to where I am going. And so if it looks like I am going to be walking anywhere, then she is going to be by my side. Can you hold the camera for a minute?
Sure.
Let's see if we can do this once in a way that Rue will like it. Is it okay, Rue, if I pick you up? Is it all right? Good girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. You're so good. Yes, you are. Mwah. You're such a good girl. You are such a good girl. You are such a good girl. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You're so good. Are you here for a lifetime with us? I think so. Are you here to go on tour? Are you here to help the world to shine bright? I think you are. Should we get you some treats? Oh, you're so precious. You are so precious. Oh, I know. I know. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. To me, this is the ultimate of going to the upper room. Let's get you a treat. You did so good. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Rue, treat. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, gotta get some water. Gotta wash down the worms. Oh, you're so good. You are so good. You are so good.
Okay.
Love you guys so much. Hope to see you at class on Thursday. Come join us. There's a coupon code that's already entered in the cart. Come join us, of course, for our RV journey. And we're doing, I didn't even mention, we've got our backstage pass where we got all sorts of videos and stuff. And I imagine you're going to have lots of Ruru on there, like the 24 hours of Rue. And that you can find out about our backstage pass, which is a way to support us and get lots of behind the scenes. We'll get a new camera this week. Get lots of behind the scenes videos with us. That's at patreon.com. Is it backsplash inspire backsplash I can't even speak.
Inspired the patreon.com/Inspire Nation.
Beautiful.
I'm typing it.
Excellent. All right. M. Berner says, see you Tuesday. It'll be Thursday, though we will have a premiere on Tuesday. I don't recall off the top of my head who's the premiere.
Dr. Sears?
I believe you're right. I believe Dr. Sears is going to talk about what we can do for our brains to reduce stress and anxiety. And I think that's going to be a really fun one. Dr. Bill Sears has been on The Doctor. His son is a regular on The Doctors, is it?
Used to be
a regular on The Doctors. And so we will have Dr. Bill Sears on with us, meaning he'll be in the chat room with us on Tuesday evening. Time you can find out on our YouTube channel. I believe it is at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Do not quote me for sure on that. But do come join us for that. And then Thursday, come join us for our automatic writing class. Oh, M. Berner says, we have a one-on-one. Yes, I do a limited amount of coaching with people. And so you can certainly sign up for a one-on-one strategy session with me, as M. Berner Smiley has, if you're serious about coaching.
Michael is not aware of his schedule until the morning of.
No, it's on a need-to-know basis. They let me know what I do, and it is very limited. So I'm happy and honored to coach you. If you're interested, you can reach out to, I guess you can go to inspirenationshow.com/coaching. And we are well waitlisted right now. But if you're interested, I would be honored to see if I can help you. And there is also a second amazing coach in the house who also could put her link down here. if people are interested in coaching. And she has limited availability as well, but I believe a little bit more than me at the moment. And do you have a link you can
I
put down?
have a lot more availability than you.
You have a lot more availability. And so do you want to put that link down?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that would be Coach Jessica. And that's one of my coaches, my greatest coach. Oh, that and Ruru. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but Ruru just sang. And that was just way, way cool. This is, I didn't know this, that she is continuously cleaning and preening herself. More than I've even seen a cat do. This girl is continuously keeping herself clean. Isn't that right, Ruru? I know. She's so precious. She is so, so precious. So everybody could hear her singing. All right. Any last words that you want to say since I mentioned your coaching?
Well, I'm a lot more affordable than Michael.
Temporarily.
What?
I think that covers it. I would say more bang for your buck then. How's that?
I don't know about that. It depends on what you're looking for. I'm like a problem solver. I help you get things done. So I seem like the soft, gentle one, but I think that's more Michael. If you want like a fire lit under you and you want to like get unstuck and just start taking action, making big shifts, right? I mean, you do that too, but I think I'm
Get her done. Here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to step forward. We're going to cut through the bullshit.
Exactly. Yes. I don't sugarcoat things.
Not that I'm a sugarcoater, but I'm like, here's how we're going to change your energy. Here's how we're going to help heal your wounds.
I think you ease people in, and I'm just like, life is short. Let's just get to it.
Throw them right in the deep end. I like it. I like it. All right, let's get that walk in. Love you guys so, 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 so much. Keep on shining bright. I just feel like we need woo to go woo right now. All right. Love you guys.
She's very clean. She cleans more than a kitty.
We're seeing if we can get one more cameo. She's just busy cleaning.
Thanks, Edward.
There we go. Bye, everyone.